Well, before Financial Peace University, it just didn't seem important to save money. It didn't seem important to really have a plan. I didn't want to have a plan because I didn't really want anybody to tell me how to spend money or to control my money, because I liked being able to buy what I wanted to buy.
Well, before we took Financial Peace, our marriage was okay, but we were really deeply in debt. We were over $75,000 in debt, not including our house. And the stress of that was tremendous. And then he was very comfortable giving me the reins to do the budget, and I have never done a budget. So I was just like, okay, pay the bills, and we have all this money left that we can spend. And so we weren't saving anything.
We made a good amount of money, and we spent a good amount of money.
Even more.
Even more. Not, I mean, looking back on it, we spent recklessly. We spent a lot of money, and then next thing you know, we have nothing.
We had a big joke between us, as because it was easier to make fun of our financial situation than actually be honest about it. And so we just called ourselves the IT family, and I was buy it and he was spend it, and that's what we did, and we did it really well. But in the midst of all of that, it really destroyed our relationship.
Almost seemed overnight that we were moving out of a house that we had owned for years. We completely broke. We were forced to make a change, or I guess live on the streets. We didn't know what we were going to do.
I told her, I said, why do we keep getting these overdrafts? I said, where's that money going? She goes, I don't know. So we sat down. I said, well, let's make a list. How much do we make? What's our income? So we wrote that down. We said, how much do what our bills are? So we figured that out, and we determined we couldn't figure out where $2,000 a month was going. We realized we had a problem. Just had no idea where that money was going.
We were going on the end clearance sales at the department stores, and we'd buy. And we'd buy things we didn't need. We'd eat out a lot. We both can cook. We'd eat out a lot. Our favorite thing to make for dinner was reservations.
Some have heard of the marriage problems we were having all through this, and money was a large part of that. There was kind of spending money just to sort of forget that there were troubles.
Dealing with everything was so casual. It's going to be okay. I'm a Christ follower. God's going to hook us up. I don't have to be responsible for our money. I needed a new battery for a SUV, and I went and bought a new truck. That's how out of control I was in our communication and our marriage.
He was getting ready to retire, and I was already retired, so I was getting paid once a month. But, he got paid every 2 weeks. So I knew that every 2 weeks or every other week, we were getting another paycheck. And all of a sudden, he's going to retire, and we're going down to getting paid once a month. I went into freak mode. I was just like, okay, how do people do that? How do you live just getting paid once a month? How are we going to eat at the end of the month? How are we going to pay our bills? Does this work? I had no clue, and I was in a panic.
We knew we needed some help.
I never would have fathomed that equity in homes could go away, that a college fund that I had started with my first paycheck from my first job out of college. My dad helped me set up a fund that was what he paid for my school with, and this would be to put my children through school. And when that got taken away, I was just so stressed. I didn't know what we were going to do.